In the previous videos, you understood the singly linked list, insertion, the different ways of inserting, and then in the also understood the deletion, different ways of deleting. Now we'll see how to reverse a single linked list. Okay, so we'll see both the approaches, that is iterative as well as recursive. So what is the idea here? Suppose I have a linked list 10, 20, 30, 40, then say pointing to null. Now reversing means the 40 should come first, 30, 20 and then 10. Now how will you do it? So what is the idea? So initially my head is here. Now so here the idea is simple. See, you start from this node, first node, let us say that is current node, and then we'll have previous node pointing to null. You run through this entire list till my current points to null. So I am doing the iterative approach. So you put a loop till current is not equal to null. So that means once current becomes or points to null, so the loop will stop. Now inside the loop, what is that I have to do? See, first you see every node has a link. So you have to reverse the link. Okay, so you are doing basically you are reversing the list. That means what? So current now should point to the previous node, that is null. That means you make the current to point to previous, okay, and then you move current ahead. Okay, so current ahead, then the previous will become the new current. So that is the idea. So what exactly I mean to say is, to do that I need one more pointer, right? So let us say I will say my current is this. If my current is this, my previous will be this. What I am saying is, you remove this link, you remove this link and then make it to point to 10. That is what I mean to say. So if I do that, then I have to proceed till I reach null. No? So current will be lost. So you maintain another pointer, let us say it as a head pointer. So always there is one pointer ahead of current, one node ahead of current, and there is one previous pointer. So once you detach this link and then reverse the link, now the previous will point here, and using this ahead you point it to current, and then once in the next iteration again you make this ahead, and then whichever is current now you reverse that link. So this continues till the current points to null. So that is the idea. Now at the last, this is the head. So after I reverse, how it looks like this, the reverse order. So previous will be here and current will be here at the end, right? So the previous should become the head. So head should point to this last, the previous node. So now it will look like the list is reverse. So let us see the algorithm. Very simple, straightforward algorithm. Only thing you have to manipulate these 3 pointers. Iterative, reversal is the function. I will be using a loop. In this, so first what is that I have to do? I need 3 pointers. So first, previous is equal to null initially, and then current will be pointing to head. Okay, now you have to run this loop till I reach the last node. Okay, so while current is not equal to null, now what is that I have to do? See, always current should, the link of the current should point to the previous, and then it should also maintain the ahead, because the current link will be lost. So first, what should I do? First, let us keep this ahead so that I will not miss the track of the current. So for example, suppose current was here. Okay, now ahead will be pointing to this. That means ahead is nothing but equal to current dot next, so that I will not miss the next node of the current. So that's what I am tracking it using head pointer, ahead pointer. Okay, so this is nothing but current dot next. So I am keeping the track of this node. Now what should the current link point to? The current has to point to the previous. For example, previous will be here, the previous node. Now previous node again has to go ahead, right? Because it has to become the next current in the loop. So what I will do now, I will say current dot next should point to previous. So that means first I will remove this link current dot next and then point it to the previous. Okay, now previous I have to move ahead. How will I move ahead? So previous now has to become the new current. Okay, so this has to become previous. Current is also at this point here only. So how will I move this? So previous is equal to current. Okay, now the new current has to be this node. Okay, this I have to update. So how will I update? Because of this reason only I have kept this, because I am assigning previous equal to current and current dot next is previous. So current is updated here. So current dot next is pointing here. So that is the reason I need the next pointer. Okay, where the next node is. So now I can set the current. How will I get the current? Current is nothing but equal to a head pointer. Okay. So now current will start pointing here. So that is how you can reverse the list. Okay. So it goes on till current is not equal to null. At this point, at the end, we'll have here previous will be pointing here and current will be pointing to null. So the loop will stop at this point when previous is pointing to the last node. Now you make this, after the loop, make that as a head. So head will now be pointing to the previous. So that is how you recursively reverse a single linked list. Now same thing we will solve using recursive procedure. Iterative, you have done recursive. Let us say there is different ways you can write the recursion. Okay, recursive reversal. So now we'll keep this blank at this point of time. What are the parameters I have to pass? Because it is calling again and again the same function. We'll just try to convert this, a simple approach. Just convert this logic. Okay, just convert this logic into recursion. So how will you convert? Okay. So first, what is it? I have to keep 3 pointers. Let us take the same thing. So initially, we'll have previous equal to null, and then current is equal to head. This is what we are passing to the function. So if you see here in this iterative approach also, this ahead, okay, this ahead is just a temporary thing to keep the track of the next element. So in the recursion, if I know the current, definitely I can get the ahead pointer, right? So if I have current, this is current dot next will be the ahead. So I need not pass this ahead every time. So now you have got, see what are the inputs to my function. So it will be previous pointer, and then I will have my current. So this is initially what is passed when the first time the function is called. So let us say I will call the first time in the main or your stub program. So here I will call recursive reversal of the linked list. So initially I will pass with null previous is null and current is pointing to head of the linked list. Now we'll come to the recursive reversal function. So for a recursive, recursive function should have both base case, then the recursion has to stop, otherwise it will go into infinite recursion, and then you have the recursive case. If you observe iterative program, when is our loop stopping? Our loop will stop. Instead of loop, you are creating recursion. Now that's it. Our loop will stop when current is pointing to null. That is the base case. If current is equal to null, so I have to stop. So I have to return. Return what here? At the end, always I have to return the previous. That becomes my head, right? So what I am doing here, the last step, head is equal to previous. Okay, that means previous is becoming the head. So here I will return previous. So here what should I do? My head in the main will be equal to reversal. That means it becomes the new head after this entire recursion returns back. So this is the base case. That's it. Now what is the recursive case? So here you are doing one temporary operation here. I have to keep the track of ahead. So you create local ahead, same thing, ahead. So it will be pointing to current dot next. Now what should I have now? Again I have to manipulate this current dot next equal to previous. So same thing continues here, current dot next is equal to previous. Okay, so I have, at this point what I am doing, I have this nodes, for example say 3 nodes. First say previous was pointing here, current was pointing here. So what I have done first, ahead equal to current dot next. So I have created a new pointer ahead using current dot next. Okay, this is done. Next, current dot next is previous. So this I am making to point it to previous. So this part is done. Now what should I do now? So this has to become new previous. Okay, and then this has to become the current. So now you do the recursion. Okay, I need not change it here because I am doing recursively. Next, you call this recursive reversal function. Now, what are the inputs I have to pass? See, what is the input I am taking here? Previous and current. So, what is the new previous? New previous should be this current, right? The previously it was current. I want to make it is previous. So, you pass current here, whatever current was there. Next, this ahead will become the new current. So, this make it as, pass it as ahead. So this is the entire recursive program. So when it will stop when the current becomes null. The same thing, iterative approach, you are converted into recursion. What is the time complexity of this? So iterative is till current is not equal to null. So it will take theta of n time. Okay. Worst case is I have to traverse till the last node. The current becomes null. Similarly here, it is same thing. Again, it is theta of n because I am traversing till the current is not equal to null. So maximum I can do n traversals, okay? N nodes, traverse n nodes. So theta of n. What is the difference here is here to take the space, how much extra space it is taking this algorithm, iterative. See, other than the pointers, it is not taking any extra space. So you can say it as theta of 1 is space complexity. Okay? Space complexity, extra space, additional space is it taking. So previous, current and ahead pointers, these are constant, right? They're just pointers. It is not taking, say, array to store an array, stack, queue, something like that. It is not taking any number of elements. It is just taking constant. But here in the recursion, we know already that you have to put it on a stack. So every time I make the recursive call, so I have to push the previous data, right? I have to store this previous data. So that will be stored on my stack. So if there are n nodes, I'll have to store n items on the stack. So it is space complexity here increases. Other than pointers, I have to store also the data on the stack. So that is theta of n. So that is the difference. So recursive approach is more taking more space in terms of time complexity, but for in space complexity, time complexity will remain the same. In the next video, we will see the doubly linked list. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, and share.